Hello everybody, Zeidoktor here, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to One Piece Chapter 847, Luffy and Big Mom. Title alone already tells you there's going to be a lot going on here. But we start our chapter with a cover page featuring a birthday party for Kuros. And we got Rebecca and Mancheri and all the Dentata just basically wishing him happy birthday. We see King Riku creepily stalking in from the window. Kuros is totally not crying. There's something in his eye. I mean, don't even think he's crying. I mean, there's no way that's happening. He totally is. The actual chapter begins in Brulee's house within the mirror world, where they're about to dunk a carrot into a pot and make a soup out of her. One of the crocodiles is like, I don't eat humans, but I'm willing to lower my standards to try mink. Of course, while all this is going on, they've also got Chopper chained up. However, they have made the mistake of chaining him up in heavy point, which means transforming is all he needs to do to get out of those chains. Brulee, however, is more like, and it's also been more than 6 hours since he last used Monster Point, so he has access to that too. So he's about to have his chance right here. We know our Brulee is telling him he's going straight into Mama's collection of freaks, which we have to see here in this next coming couple of pages here. We're at the Whole Cake Chateau Library, where Big Mom actually has creatures trapped within books, thanks to Montd'Or, basically. And among them we have the Manticore from Impel Down. She actually captured it and put it in her book. A unicorn, which looks more like a horned zebra, I forgot they're called offhand, but like the zebra you see in Warcraft, the Barons. And Big Mom points out that anything within the book is eternally ages. It only makes sense, right? The contents don't change each time you open the pages. It's the power of my son Montd'Or. I got rare specimens from all over the world sealed into the pages of these books. We don't see them, but she goes on to explain that her recent acquisitions were a centaur from Punk Hazard, a griffin from the South Blue, and a mix of long arms and long legs, so like a long-limbed human who's screaming for help. And even one of the brothers, I think it's Ichiji. I cannot tell Ichiji and Niji apart at the first glance here. I don't know I can't remember which is which. But one of them is comment that she's even got people in there. But Judge, however, has noticed something. That while Tatoland does indeed have a large variety of peoples, there is one race that has been conspicuously absent and pretty hard to miss if they were there. There are no giants. And the mere mention of this gets Big Mom just pissed. She's just glaring at him. But Judge continues on that he's never seen giants, only large humans. Is that so? It's probably just a coincidence you haven't seen one yet. Meanwhile, the soldier comes in telling Mama what you wanted. Well, I hate to leave you. It's a busy day. Hope you have a lovely afternoon despite the weather. Meanwhile, she looks to her soldier what's wrong with you? The guy's actually in fanboy mode, being in front of the real Zerima 66, especially Ichiji and Reiju. But Big Mom comments that don't be fooled by the stupid comic strip. It's what's inside that counts. And in the prison library, we see the children of Big Mom. We see Bobbin, Mont'Or, Perospero, Opera, and what's the other one? Gar something in it. Gullet. That's what it was. Gullet. They open the page to find Luffy and Nami, basically stuck in cages. And they bring up a phone snail, which they put on the table. It almost looks like Big Mom's dress. And per phone snails, the snail takes on Big Mom's face. So we speak again, Straw Hat Luffy. You've come all this way. And Luffy's like, get us out of here. We gotta get back there. I gotta get back there. I'll destroy everything in my way if I have to. Mama. Well, still pretty feisty, aren't you? You didn't come here with the entire crew, so I was afraid you'd forgotten your promise at Fishman Island. Yeah, don't worry, I'll pound you flat, but right now I'm just here for Sanji. If you want to fight, then bring it right now. I'll take you on right here. But Big Mom just dismisses him as a rookie fresh to the new world. You're an arrogant squirt if you think you deserve an audience with me. I don't need to get involved to have you killed. But forget all about Sanji. But if you forget all about Sanji, I'm letting you to walk out of here alive. You see, Sanji and Pudding's marriage holds a very special meaning for me. Anyway, I need you to stay put here until everything is finished. If you rob me of my delight, then you're really gonna regret it. And we get another Big Mom scary face at that one. And then Big Mom goes on to remind him about what happened at Fistman Island when Luffy claims he ate all the sweets but gave them King Neptune's treasure as a repayment for that. Turns out among those chests was a Fistman Island's national treasure, the Tamate Box. Now, why would King Neptune let something like that slip through his fingers? It's a national treasure. Who can imagine what's inside that little baby? I happen to love treasure chests, and so I let the matter of the sweet slide. I'm going to open that sucker up at the tea party tomorrow, right in front of everyone. Ooh, it'll be so much fun. But Luffy, of course, you have to remember the Straw Hats don't know about what's in that box, i.e. a bomb. So it's like, Luffy, they aren't thinking about this at all. Luffy's had the man to see Pudding, talk to Pudding then, because she's their friend too, but don't be an idiot. Why would you be friends with the bride-to-be? But on that subject, she addresses Nami. What's this I hear about you killing Lola? She gave me that favorite card as a sign of friendship. She's basically saying what happened. Like, we'll go back to Lola. Like, if you're ever in a bind, use it and find my mama. And when you do, tell her that I'm doing fine. Nami does, that she's doing fine, and that's the message to give her. She told us her mother was a pirate, but I never guessed it was Big Mom. Lola said if we showed you the favorite card, you'd help us out. You've gotta be joking! Like, Big Mom is not reacting as planned, as Lola expected here. I don't care if she's doing alright, she should be dead. Tell me where she is, I'll have a hitman sent there to get rid of her for good. I still can't believe that she still thinks of us as mother and daughter. This is a certain example of a parent and child not seeing eye to eye as there ever was. That fool spurned the greatest political marriage I ever set up and ran off the little ingrate. I'll never forgive her for that. At this point, we see about a half a page worth of flashbacks to Lola on Thriller Bark, basically declaring her desire to marry anybody she came across, and even helping out Nami. If only she'd done what I said and gotten married, oh, the power I'd have gained. I'd already destroyed Kaido, Red Hair, and even Whitebeard. By this point, I'd already be king of the pirates. And, quite honestly, she warns Nami the cat burglar, friend to Lola, that Nami's going to tell her where she is. But at which point Luffy busts in. This is a stupid story, Big Mom. It was Lola who didn't get married, and it's you who failed to become king of the pirates. Here I am, picking another fight with you. I'm not backing down just because you're one of the 4 emperors. I'm going to take Sanji back, and at the end of the day, we're going to win. And that just seems to set her off even further, but at that point we cut to the guest room, where Sanji is all but praying that everyone just pull back and leave safely. Instead, we're getting a cry of an intruder, where there's a jaguar mink attacking the place. Aha, Pedro! I knew it infiltrated the castle. Elsewhere, in some other secluded spot, well, here I am in the castle of Big Mom the Pirate. I think it's time to commence a very special live performance. And that is where the chapter ends. We got some nice stuff coming on in this chapter, because this is largely what I call an A to B chapter, like getting everything moving to where the action kicks in. But we get a lot to work with here this time. Like, we pretty much get confirmation that Mont'Or's power is putting things in books, and the things he puts in there are pretty much ageless, and you can do whatever they want with them. We have Pedro and Brook getting ready to do something crazy and or awesome, so we can hope for that. And Chopper, he's like, I can't remember now. Did they see Chopper in little form? I mean, don't they know he can transform into something smaller? Because if so, putting him in heavy point is kind of a dumb thing to do. I mean, if they didn't know, then there's at least the excuse of ignorance. But all really Chopper has to do is go to little mini mode, and boom, he can get out anytime he likes. And it sounds like he's planning to do exactly that and use Monster Point just at any moment to just make good his escape. Meanwhile, we also get the callback of the Tamate Box. For those who may not remember, this is way back at the end of Fishman Island. One of the items that was in the treasure that they gave Luffy was this box. Originally, it housed the drugs that Hody Jones used to become super powerful, which then ended up making him super old. Vanderdecken actually had interest in it for using it to age up Shirahoshi so that he could marry her and become part of the royal family, but ran into the flaw of Shirahoshi being only a little kid at the time. So then he decided to, hey, I'll just get the Tamate Box, age up Shirahoshi, then I can marry her. Yeah, his logic got very circular there, and I'm not even sure if I said that right, but if you remember the arc, you know where I'm going with this. In any case, that bomb was rigged to explode as a booby trap after a prior incident, where presumably like that's when Hody Jones got a hold of all the stuff in there, and a bomb was rigged in there. And now Big Mom has it. Nobody knows what's in it, and she's gonna open it at the big tea party. And the way this has been set up, it's almost guaranteed she's gonna see this as some kind of attack by Luffy. Just because at this point, there's no real reason for her to think otherwise. And everything is just all set to become a big old fustercluck in the next few chapters. And it's gonna be amazing. I am really excited for what's coming up here. I also like the fact that Luffy pretty much just shut down Big Mom. Like, she's one of the most powerful people in the world, and he's pretty much telling her to shut your yap and quit your whining. Like, you're the one who failed. I imagine she's not going to make Luffy's next few hours very pleasant, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, otherwise, she does seem to be a woman of her word, so she's willing to let them leave because for Sanji's sake, in agreement with him. So she's willing to. She's a person of her word, so we'll see how that goes. So we got some interesting stuff coming up here. Like, this is largely set up. We got some nice fun here. I'm hoping. I don't know what Brooke has in mind, but I'm hoping it'll be great. Definitely. I mean, at the very least, and I do worry about what will happen to Pedro. Oh, which reminds me, one of the funnier parts early in the chapter is they basically have Carrot hanging over a pot, getting ready to cook her. But like her main thing is like, oh, I really goofed up. Now Pedro's gonna be mad at me. So in this big dangerous situation, that's what she's worried about. And I think we got most of the Big Mom children kind of expected here. It's like, and then I don't know what's going to be happening with the Jeremy 66 at this point, because that's going to be like their role in the impending thing hasn't been set up yet, other than as part of the tea party and wedding party. So, still at this point, I have the feeling that the explosion of that box is going to be what sets off everything. Like, the moment that box explodes, everything goes to hell. That's my expectation for this next couple chapters. Because that's where everything has been kind of heading here for a little while now. The moment that box opens, Big Mom's going to get exploded in the face. It won't kill her. I mean, I would be highly doubtful that could actually damage her. But the insult will pretty much just set her off. I wonder how it's going to also set off her condition, like her whole need a special food condition. Ooh, that actually reminds me of one thing I thought about here. I'm thinking towards the end of this arc, when they actually are making their escape, Big Mom will go into one of those rages, and Sanji will manage to cook up just what she needs at just the right time, and that will slow her down enough for Luffy and them to actually get away. You know, one thing I actually only just now noticed here looking at Big Mom, is that she has really tiny hands. Like her arms just become triangles. Just kind of weird once you actually start to notice that. Also, like the fact that Big Mom's like is genuinely intimidating. She's one of some very scary expressions in this chapter, but Luffy's just like, yeah, F you, lady. And Lola, like I said, it's always been my guess that Lola was getting away from the political marriage. I mean, once you know how Big Mom's MO works, that's pretty much an obvious assumption. And I kind of figured that her constant attempts to marry somebody are just so that once she's already married, Big Mom can't do anything about it one way or the other. However, it does occur to me that a lot of Big Mom's children are, like, at least with Lola and Pudding and maybe one or two others I can't remember offhand, are pretty much like, oh, don't worry if you get her mad. Like, I'll be fine. I'm her kid. I don't think that's going to be stopping her here. It does not seem to be that is the case here. Still, I like this chapter. This is a fun chapter, mostly just because I always love seeing Luffy just shut down, like, the really arrogant people, like, just telling him to shut the hell up. Especially in this case where he's, like, in no real position to do anything, so there's definitely something fun to be had there. Okay. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and call the chapter. I'm going to get wrapped up here, get ready to record Hero Academia. Just a little thing to know. In the coming weeks, I'm going to try and get more Undertale out. Like I said, I've got the videos. I'm just lazy about getting them rendered. That's just me. But I also, last week, because of a Black Friday sale Blizzard was holding, I got Overwatch for the PC. And like I said, those aren't my kind of games, so I expect to kind of be sucky at them compared to people who do it more professionally or more regularly. I'm thinking if I play games like that, I'm gonna put them in a segment maybe titled something like Noob Times Gaming, like instead of New Times Roman. That's just me trying to pretend I'm creative. Still, at the very least, I will try and get some videos out, maybe just a couple of highlights of what I get up to there. In the meantime, though, that has been the typical manga review for One Piece, chapter 847, Luffy and Big Mom. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye.